Hello and welcome back to Trial Watch with Demetra. I am your hostess, demetralitALLday. And you, by entering this live or checking out this replay, have just become a member of the Lit Lane Jury Box. I want to thank you in advance for coming through, your participation, of course, with hitting the like. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you come on a replay and check it out, be sure to leave me a comment in the comment box. Let me know what you think and your thoughts. Good evening, Daniel. I hope you had a good day. Hey, Tiki, throwing up the handcuffs. Right. Good evening, Vibralo. Good evening. This is part 3. Part 3, episode 3 of our newest trial. This trial is the state of Georgia versus Leilani Simon. While folks are coming in, I'll go ahead and give a quick recap of this trial. State of Georgia versus Leilani Simon. To the right there with the tear, and yes, I said tear, not tears, with the tear dropping out our eye, is Leilani Simon, our defendant. 24 years old. On October the 5th, 2022. She called and reported her 20-month-old son, little Quentin is what I've been calling him. Quentin Simon, there in the middle. With the big brown eyes, that's Quentin. Okay? Little Quentin Simon, the mom, Leilani, called him in and reported him missing. From that day, it had been a lot of situations. What ended up being a 32-day search. A 32-day search. Over 400, 500 plus volunteer searchers searching through a landfall in Savannah, Georgia. On November 18th, they found the remains of little Quentin. The state of Georgia is alleging and charging Leilani Simon with the death of Quentin Simon, her son. She is facing 19 counts. 3 counts of different murders: felony murder, malicious murder, and one other type of murder. I'm so sorry, I just keep escaping me. And the rest of the charges being false statements. Again, this is taking place in Georgia. The trial is happening right now. We're like a week behind in the trial, but that's because we actually sit and talk about the different aspects. We watch the testimonies, and we just do it how we do it here, right? Hey, Winter. Good evening. Thank you for joining. That one glory tear be powerful, though. Yes, that is very true. When that one tear come out, that do sometimes be a real powerful and a very telling tear. You are very right about that. Yeah, Tiki, I think this might be your first night here on this trial with us. So that's what happened. It's alleged that she went in the middle of the morning, middle of the night. She left from her house where everybody else was asleep, drove the baby, his body, to a nearby dumpster in front of a mobile home trailer park. They have videotape footage showing her. They have quite a few. First of all, the reason they was able to even say that she was out the house is because they was able to ID her car and its license plate by way of red light camera. Because at first she was saying she never left the house, and then they had the security cameras in front of this mobile home park, showing her driving and stopping in front of this dumpster. So that's what's going on with this case so far. We've heard the opening statements. That's on part 1. On part 2, we heard from the first responding officer, Sergeant Stewart, and we heard from a second officer on the scene, Jepson. I think that was Jepson, Corporal Jepson, another patrol officer. Tonight, this is part 3. Don't forget that we definitely have a playlist. The playlist is called Trial Watch with Demetra, and each time for every live or upload for these trials, I absolutely put that content there. So you ever find yourself missing a part or want to re-see a part, definitely check out the playlist, okay? Oh, Lord, is this the world's dumbest criminal situation? No, I don't think it's the world's dumbest criminal, but I think it may be when we start getting into the interrogations and what have you, which should start tomorrow, I think what we're gonna be looking at is maybe the most lying and the most committed to a lie, because again, it's 3 charges for the different counts of murder, and out of 19 charges, the rest of them is false statements, false testimony, false statements, and then of course hiding the body. Went to say, I will be in trial watch protection tonight. I will not stand in the way of the chat persecution of the police department. No! Well, I will do that. I will do that. I don't be meaning to though. I think I spread the persecution around to the witnesses and everybody. But tonight is going to be real interesting because we're going to look at, tonight we're going to have a CSI. Oh yeah, you might be in witness protection, Winter. Winter, you may be in witness protection. You may trial watch protection, because tonight what we're gonna have, the first officer, the first testimony we're gonna have is from what's his name, Schechner. So let me pull it up here again. Thank y'all for joining me. Let's get it going because I want to get through this footage. Because after this testimony, is going to be the lead detective going to come up. And I do want to. This is what you call a disclaimer. Is it a disclaimer or a heads up? You guys decide. Whichever one it is, announcement. I will be doing an upload tonight after this, or it'll be in the morning. And that upload is going to have 3 patrol officers on there, their testimonies. I'm going to upload that on the channel and mark it as, you guys, it'll be marked so you guys can see it, and I'll share it on the wall. And then I went ahead and started with this testimony here. Hey, Silky Black. Just, I don't know if that's a disclaimer. I think that's an announcement. I don't know. Silky Black, we just getting started, ma'am. You're on time. Let's get this going. Screen share. And the audio tonight should be good as well as like it was last night. Well, not last night. Sorry, I missed it last night, you guys. Let's see. Hey, Living. Good evening. You're not late, ma'am. Y'all just a little tardy. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Why isn't it not coming up? Boom. Okay, so now it should come up. Boom. Okay, let me get this together. We're going to start with the... And as far as that upload, I don't normally do that. I normally play each part of the trial. But on this one, we're so far behind, I don't want to be that far behind from when they go to deliberations. I don't want to be that far behind. Uh-oh, I ain't supposed to be showing this. All right, so we're finna get started with our first witness of the night. And this is, he's going to say his name in a moment. Let me be quiet. Thank y'all for joining Trial Watch with Demetra. You're now part of the Lit Lane Jury Box.
This is the photo from the first.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't hear nothing.
Where have we moved and what are we looking at?
I know you lied. I know I didn't record this whole thing on mute. Oh, I know you lied. Hold on. Child. And I have done that before. Let me. Dang. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let me see. Or maybe I had it on mute. Oh, please say I just had it on mute. All I'm going to say is just remember the investigation was totally different at the beginning as it was after the child was found. Also, it may have changed once they suspected foul play in the middle. Absolutely. And that's why you don't need to be in witness protection. You got to be on the forefront. Okay, I got it covered. Please don't tell me I recorded this whole thing on mute.
FBI.
I think I did.
That
Oops.
is the natural.
You didn't log it, you didn't test it, you didn't swab it, you didn't keep it, correct?
Susan Anthony, y'all remember her? Yeah. Susan Anthony. I think that's the Aunt Susan Anthony. What Susan? Susan. It was Susan Smith and Susan Anthony. Which one was in Houston? Because I referred to her last week and I couldn't remember the last name. Y'all, I think I actually recorded that whole testimony in mute. Okay, so hold on. Let me see something else. So I might have to obviously fix that. Let me check something else here. I think I really did that. Let me see. Hey, Emma, good evening. Rock Champ. Emma, say hello. They up in there being bad. This tonight, the first night I ain't seen them under my feet, and I've been up in here for a while.
295 Police Memorial.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. I think my earphones not
So
plugged
we had
up.
people showing up on scene.
Hold on.
Just more patrol officers, more search parties, and then some of the families
Oh, my
showing up. And we
earphones
wanted to
wasn't
take the
plugged
people
in.
that were living at the residence at the time that this occurred and get thorough interviews
Oh.
with each one of them.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Was that first video with the male officer, could y'all hear him? My earphones wasn't plugged in on my side. That's why I couldn't hear anything. Let me check it again now with my earphones in. Oh, you can hear him. I couldn't.
The very
Oh, but it's low. Oh, maybe it's my earphones again.
and we did started the vehicle.
Well, and that's
It's
what
really
I'm
low,
asking
though.
is just based upon the testimony I heard, it seemed like it was just a bunch of pictures you were taking, but there was a lot more to it than that, wasn't there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how many people were out there? That
Okay,
day
so
on October
it's
6th?
drop a 1 if you can
Yes,
hear this
same
okay.
interview.
And that means it's just low on my side.
Corporate side.
So 2 of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you went through the vehicle and you've noted the alcohol containers, correct? Did you seize those?
It's kind of low.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So they were taken into evidence, correct?
No.
They weren't taken into evidence?
The white door on the right-hand side, that's the dining room door.
Hey, Miss Sassy Francis, girl. We're trying to get you on time. 1, so y'all can hear just fine. I think this one I forgot to turn up the volume.
Behind the green chair.
It's okay. So sorry about that, you guys. All right. Hey, with Sweet Swampy, all y'all coming just in time for this first testimony of the night. I think this one, unfortunately, may be a little low, so you might have to adjust y'all sound because I can't turn it up. But we're just getting started. I'm about to be quiet, and let's get into this testimony. Thank y'all for joining. Please hit the like, of course. Okay, let me just let it play. Let me leave stuff alone. Let me drink some coffee. I'm on edge tonight. All right. And I believe this is the lead CSI agent officer.
This issue should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Yes, sir. Step this way. Have a seat.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Corporal Phillips.
Just like Quentin didn't mix no meals. Oh, let me be quiet. Let me be quiet.
And how do you spell your version of Philip?
PICS.
And could you spell your last name, please? You were a police officer with the Chatham County Police, you said?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been with the Chatham County Police Department?
Coming up on
Buckhalter.
Okay,
as
froze
part
for a
of the
second.
Larger police response to this missing child call.
yes, sir.
About what time did you arrive?
I'd say approximately around 11-ish. Not 100% sure.
And were detectives present already at the time that you got there?
I believe.
Now, who from the crime scene unit or the forensics unit went out to the residence that day?
Myself, my sergeant, Sergeant Coleman, Corporal Shiro and Officer Dickens.
And what was the initial purpose of you all going out there?
Our initial purpose was to put the drone up to assist with searching the missing child.
And did that happen?
Yes.
Now, eventually, in your time there that day, did you document photographically the residents and surrounding area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell us about how that unfolded? When you took pictures and what the pictures were taken of? I mean, we're going to go through some of them, but broadly speaking.
Initially, when I got there, I was advised that there may be blood on a pillow inside the house, so I went inside, took pictures of the pack and play in the room, and then I backed out, and then we put up the drone for a little bit, and then later on that night, I took overall photos of the outside of the residence and the inside of the residence.
So there was initially a period shortly after your arrival where you took a few pictures of the pack and play,
Yes, sir.
and then you backed out
Yes, sir.
and took many more photographs later.
Yes, sir.
And was that after a search warrant had been obtained for the residence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many pictures did you take total, if you remember?
A lot.
Whatever.
You know, that's real rare, Tiki. Hey, Nitra.
On that day, I took 475 photos.
In the course of taking those photographs and walking around the residence, did you have an opportunity to examine the front door?
Yes.
Did there appear to be any signs of forced entry or anything like that?
There did not.
Did you see anywhere in the house any obvious signs of a struggle?
I did not.
Okay. Do you see in front of you an exhibit marked as States Exhibit 10?
I'm sorry, what did you?
States Exhibit 10?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you leaf through that and tell us what that is? You don't have to necessarily look at every picture.
This is the photo from the first day.
Is that all of them or just a selection?
Just a selection.
What is, going off the number here, what is the total number of images? You looked at the last page, I think.
114.
All right, now, do those images fairly and accurately depict the residents and the surrounding area as you photographed it that day?
Yes, sir.
Do they appear to have been altered or modified in any way?
They do not appear to be.
Your Honor, I would move States Exhibit 10 into evidence at this time.
Having reviewed it, Judge, no objection.
States Exhibit number 10 is submitted in here.
And I would ask to publish this exhibit to the jury.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Now, this is photograph number 1 of State's Exhibit 10. Can you tell us what this is?
This is a photo log. It gives our case number, the location, signal, which is the crime or what we're responding to, who went to it, the date of it, and then the time approximately we arrived. We put this at the beginning of all of our photos, so you kind of get a summary of what you're about to look at.
Okay. Now, moving on to image 2, what is this?
This is the front of the residence. I'm standing on boat halter looking towards the front of the residence.
Now, can you see the front door in this image?
Yes, sir.
And where is it?
It's all the way to the left, right behind the green chair.
Okay, is that what that is? There a green chair?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is that like a little small patio area outside the front door?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving on to the next Well, let me ask you this, are there any other doors on the front?
There are no other doors on the front.
Were there any doors on the sides of the house?
No, sir.
Okay. There are other doors on the back,
Yeah,
correct?
there's 2 in the back.
Okay, so 3 total exterior doors on this house?
Yes, sir.
Moving to image 3, where are we now? Where have we moved?
So I moved further down Buckhalter just to get a different angle of the front of the house and the side.
And 4, where are we here?
4, I am at the end of the property line, further, I believe it's west, of their yard, looking towards pretty much the front and the back of the house.
Okay. Now, is that there, the driveway for 535 Buckhalter that you see there?
Yes, sir.
And where are we now?
Now I'm standing at the edge of their driveway looking into the backyard.
And there's a truck here, right?
Yes, sir. I believe that belonged to the son,
The son, you said?
or brother.
Now, in image 6, where have we moved here relative to that last image where we were standing behind the truck?
I'm in front of the truck at the gate entering into the backyard.
And what do we see off to the right?
So this is all the photos of the crime
There's
scene.
a detached carport with the RV, a white truck, and an SUV.
Are you referring to the white SUV more or less in the middle of the frame?
Yes, sir.
Now, this next image, how have we moved or changed our position relative to the last image?
So I had just panned right and started taking photos of the fence line.
Okay, so you've made a 90-degree turn to the right, and this is just a front corner of the yard.
Yes, sir.
The next image,
I'm starting to pan left. You can see the carport on your left-hand side from the previous pictures.
and in image 9.
I posted because I wanted to say, looking at these pictures of the house and the property, and then all them woods and trees around there, I'm pretty sure they had to do an extensive search just looking around for the baby just on that property, right? Because they got all these cars, all them vehicles, all that land, and them trees. Just the initial search alone was a lot, you know? And then the other houses surrounding this house, remember when they showed the aerial picture? These houses got like a lot of property and trees and stuff. So it was an extensive search just there before even fanning out and going out. Let's continue.
Still panning left.
Yeah, still panning left.
Image 10.
Continue to pan left.
And image 11.
Image 11, continue to pan left. Just got some more vehicles in the trash cans and starting to get the side of the house.
Can you see my cursor on the screen, my pointer?
Yes.
All right. What is this here?
Those are 3 trash cans.
And what is that structure that they appear to be sitting on?
It's just a wooden structure that they built, I believe, to keep the trash cans in.
All right, when you began taking pictures, were those trash cans closed?
Yes, sir.
Moving on to image 12. Where
And they had an in-ground pool, which they drained, I think, the second day.
So I made my way around. I'm at the back edge of their property now I'm looking towards the, I guess, back of the house, towards the street.
Okay, so you just moved to the back of the property line and you're looking back the way you just come from.
Yes, sir.
Image 13.
I have moved to the right a little bit more.
Hey, ladies, welcome to the jury box.
Side step. along the
We
back.
just getting first started with this first officer of the night, CSI, showing the pictures.
We can still see that white SUV on the left-hand side of the frame.
Yes, sir.
We
And
finna
2
see a
other
lot of stuff
vehicles,
about how they was living in the house and
in
stuff
the
too.
center there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is this structure on the right-hand side?
That is a detached barn or garage.
A detached garage?
Sure.
Okay, so far in terms of structures, we've talked about the house itself, right? There was the detached kind of carport with the RV in it.
Yes, sir.
And now we're looking at a detached garage in the back as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In image 14, where have we moved relative to the last image?
Further right, this is just kind of the side of the garage, and there's also a carport attached to that garage.
Is this the back side of the garage, the furthest side away from the house itself?
Yes, I'm still on the property line.
And what are we seeing there on the side of the garage?
2 trailers, a car, and some tools and ladders in the background.
Okay, so is there like a carport that extends off the back side of the garage?
Yes, sir.
And is that what that car is under?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, where are we here relative to the last photo?
The back property line, and then I guess you'd say the far right from where I'm standing, property line looking towards the street. The garage is on my left, and the house is a little bit further on my left.
So is it fair to say that relative to the last image, you've just sidestepped further to your right, to where your right shoulder is basically along the fence that bounds the
Yes,
property? Okay. Now, what is that in front of us beyond the detached garage? What are we looking at there?
There's a pull-up here, and those are a couple like fire pits.
A pool, did you say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, a couple fire pits. And is that area where we're going to go next?
Yes, sir.
All right, what movement have we made here?
I just traveled down the fence line. Garage is now on my left. Pole's on my right. If you look at the bottom, you can see the fire pit.
Oh, I see. Is that what's at the
Yes,
bottom
sir.
of the frame?
So I'm standing right next to the fire pits, looking towards the detachable carport.
Okay, and then is that the RV we see off in the distance?
Yes, sir.
So essentially, you just kind of made a loop around the detached garage.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving on to number 17, what are we doing here? Just panning to the right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is that area that we see on the other side of the pool from where we are right now? On the
That's
back
like
side of the house. Can you just describe that area there?
like a covered patio area.
Okay, and what's in it?
There's like a little seating area, and if you go towards I guess you would call that a carport, attached carport, there's a little children's play area back there.
Children's play area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving to 18, we just panned all the way to the right here.
Yes, sir.
In 19, what are we looking at here? That seating area
Yes, sir.
beyond the pool?
Beyond the pool. And the barn is behind me at this point. Or not the barn, I'm sorry, the garage.
Now, in image 20, where are you standing? Where have you moved now as you take this picture?
So I am in underneath the patio in the little seating area, like right in the middle of the seating area, facing I'd be facing the carport.
Hey, NYW, and sorry, y'all. That's me messing with stuff. My bad.
On the other side of the pool,
Glad you made it, NYW. You're late.
standing in that seating area?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is the house on the right here?
Yes, sir.
You mentioned earlier that there was one exterior door on the front, none on the sides, and 2 on the back.
Yes, sir.
Are those 2 on the back visible in this image?
Yes.
Can you tell us where they are?
The white door on the right-hand side, that's the dining room door. And if you look a little bit further past it, there's a little dark area. That's the living room door.
Can you kind of step down and just point to where the living room door is in this picture, please? All right, so it's right beyond that play gate, I suppose,
Yes, sir.
on the right side of it?
Yes, sir.
And that opens into the living room.
Yes, sir.
Number 21, where are we here? What are we looking at?
I just moved forward. It's the dining room door would be to my right, and I'm looking into the play area.
Okay, so that dark,
So is this the play area? Is this in the house or outside on that patio? It looks like it might be outside on the patio.
That would be,
or I mean the living room door?
yes, sir.
Okay. 22,
Just inside of the play area. You got a couch, a little trampoline, slides, play or kid toys.
and 23.
Welcome to the Leilani Jury Box,
From
the Beef
that
Sector Podcast.
area looking
Good evening.
Towards the patio.
Okay, now, this area right here in the far side of the frame, is this up here the seating area that you were initially in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is this dark structure in towards the top left?
It's like maybe a little bar.
Okay. Now, where are we here?
Here, I have just moved over to the right a little bit. I'm kind of standing in front of that trampoline, pointing towards the doors up to enter the home.
And can we see the living room door and the dining room door in this picture?
Yes, sir.
All right, living room door being the dark one towards the top center,
Yes, sir.
and the dining room door being the white ones off to the right.
Yes, sir.
Now, does that pretty much cover the exterior of the house?
Yes, sir.
We shall see, Tiki. But I can tell you this: the boyfriend ended up working with the FBI. No more spoilers. First witness of the night is Officer Philip Schickner. He took the pictures, the CSI pictures of the property. And that's what we're going through now.
If there were a better place to plug it in than right at somebody's feet, we would do it.
Is it on that side?
When I drop my water, I end up on my foot. I do apologize.
Apologies needed.
Wait a minute, what happened?
Okay, so
What happened?
here
I
we are.
missed
at
it.
the front door,
Somebody
right?
dropped something.
Okay, and that was 25 and 26, we've just moved a little bit closer.
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we're about to go into the house, right?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. You walk through that house.
Yes, sir.
How would you describe the layout in a word?
Clustered.
A cluster?
I feel like that's the
Okay,
best
don't.
way to describe it.
Was it confusing?
It's very confusing.
Okay. Do you see in front of you an exhibit marked as State's Exhibit 9?
Yes.
All right, what is that?
This is, I guess, the internet layout of the home.
Okay. Now, you've been in the house and you've had the chance to walk through it. Other than where the front door is denoted as being on there, does that fairly and accurately depict the general layout of the first floor of this residence?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I would move this into evidence as State's Exhibit 9.
Real quick, Judge.
And may I publish, Your Honor? Okay.
I do have to say, it looks like there's a door leading from the kitchen to the room. That door's not there.
Okay. Let's,
Mind you, you guys, this is day 2 of the trial. And at this point, she's way more involved with talking to the lawyers, you know.
we're just going to work through these
Oh, okay, Lady Steph, thank you. You better cook then.
at the front door
My bad.
and going more or less clockwise. Okay.
Let me take off your late mark.
The front door, first of all, is labeled as being right here. Is that accurate?
No, that's a window.
Good evening, Jill. Glad you can make it.
At the top right-hand corner here.
Yes, sir.
When you walk in, what is this first room on the far right?
Looks like a living room, bedroom area.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that there's a spot on here where it looks like there's a door from that room into the kitchen, but it is not in fact a door.
It is.
Can you come down and describe what you're talking about?
This area right here, that is a lawn.
Okay. And so is it the case that when you were in that room that day, you cannot pass through there into the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay, I think that room
Just so I understand.
that they pointed is where Leilani and them stayed
I
at.
guess they walled it off,
Okay.
or it appeared to be walled off.
All right. Do you have something to write with in front of you there? And I didn't ask you to bring one, so if you don't, it's okay.
Thank you.
Can you, on that exhibit, can you just draw an X at the spot that you were just talking about? As appearing to be a door, but not actually being a door.
Let's trade pins. Use this one instead, that's better.
Thank you.
And just for the record, I handed the detective a pen, and I handed him a Sharpie, because I think that would be better.
Thank you, Ryan. All right, so how do you get from this room into the main body of the house?
From the front door, you have to walk through the whole room.
Come on down.
From the front door, you gotta walk through the whole room, go through a door here that leads to a bathroom, and then you'll enter the dining room. From here, you have to go through this door to go through the kitchen, and then this door to go into a hallway, and then from down here, you can go up the stairs right here
So it looked like they probably converted
to the main.
that living room area from the front door into this open double room.
Can you do this with that Sharpie that you have in front
They
of you?
made that into a bedroom for them.
Go slow and make sure you do it right. I want this to be in the record. Can you draw the path that one would have to take through the house to go from the front door? Not on the screen.
For the front room to be in that room, it couldn't have been a bedroom to start.
Yeah, show us again on the screen and then draw it on the paper, please. To go from the front door to the
Front door.
living room door.
Front door, you walk through, you gotta go through this door, go through a bathroom, another door to go through the kitchen, another door to go through, dining room, another door to go through the kitchen, through a hallway, either upstairs to 2 bedrooms, or through another door to go to the master living room, and then another door to go to the master bedroom.
What about the living room door?
Living room doors right here, and then the dining room door is right here.
All right, so let's just take a moment. Can you, on the paper exhibit, can you draw a path from, the only path, as you've described it, from the front door to the living room door? Not the dining room door, not upstairs, but the living room door.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now, so you said that front door, top right, bedroom, bathroom, dining room, kitchen, hallway, living room, master bedroom, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to ask you a couple things, and I'm doing this because the pictures are a little confusing, fair to say.
Yes, sir.
Can you come down and describe to us what parts of the kitchen we're seeing in this image? Where are the sinks?
So coming from the dining room, you will have your stove and your oven right here on your right. Your sinks are here, refrigerator's right here, and you have a little pantry here. There's a pass-through window leading into the hallway right here above the sink.
Thank you very much.
Well,
All right, with that, we can get back into the images, okay? All right. 27, where are we standing as this picture is taken, and what are we looking at?
so I am at the doorway, looking into the room, all the way down the far left wall.
And what's in the foreground closest to us?
There's a couch, and then, or I guess that was a kid bed too.
Say again?
A child's bed.
The child's bed is where?
The couch.
Okay. And what's just beyond the couch?
There is a baby swing. Beyond that is a desk, and then there's a bed in the far back corner.
And what is that to the right of the bed?
Dresser.
28, where have we moved relative to the last image?
I've just panned right a little bit. So you'll see the dresser, the full dresser, there's a closet door, and then another kid bed on the right-hand side.
29,
Pan right a little bit more. You'll see the kid bed, a dresser, a projector screen, and that's where that door would have been on the previous picture.
the door that you mentioned as having been walled off and not operational, that's behind the projector screen?
Yes, sir.
And then 30, where are we here?
That is the pack and play that I mentioned earlier.
31,
The pillow inside the pack and play.
and 32.
Again, the pillow inside the pack and play.
Now I'm going to zoom in on this picture a little bit. Do you see that substance there?
Yes, sir.
Did you get a good look at it while you were out there?
I did, sir.
And what, if anything, did it appear to you to be?
I believed it to be vomit.
Okay. Did it appear to be blood?
It didn't.
Okay.
It's a lot redder in that picture than it actually was.
You're saying it's appearing redder on the screen than
Yes, sir.
it actually was when you were out there?
Yes, sir.
Did not appear to be blood to you?
No.
Did you do any testing at any point to determine whether it was blood?
I did not.
It looked like blood to me too, but
33, another picture of the same.
Another picture. The blanket is out because we searched the pack and play after
Okay.
the picture.
Now, let me actually go back. Okay, so in 34, where is that pink blanket?
It is, or on 34, it's on the, I guess you call it the rail at the side.
Okay. Now, I want to go back to, pardon me, to 31. I'm on 31. Where's the pink blanket in this picture?
It's inside the pack and play on the pad.
All right, so we've got some pictures where the pink blanket is in the pack and play and some where it's on the rail.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us when it was moved and why?
It was moved due to, or I guess it was moved when we were looking for, see if there's any blood on the inside the pack and play.
Okay, so
And then we just moved it to look at the blanket itself and to look at the mat.
okay, thank you. Did you have gloves on when you did that?
Yes, sir.
Moving on to 35, just another view of the pack and play after the blanket has been moved.
Yes, sir.
36, same.
Same.
All right, 37, where are we here?
My back is towards the pack and play, and I'm looking towards the bed in the far left corner.
Okay. So you're essentially standing at the pack and play here?
Yes, sir.
38,
38, I just panned left, same spot.
39,
39, pan left. You can see the front door in the left side, the couch, and then there's a safe and a projector on the window back there.
40,
40, at the desk, looking towards the front door. You can see the street in the background.
41,
I have pan left, front doors on the right, pack and play, and the projector screen. Continue moving to the left.
43,
Oh, sorry. pan to the left even more, kid's bed, and the closet door.
44,
Just continue panning.
and 45, what are we looking at now?
45, that's the, I guess, the entrance into the rest of the house. That's the bathroom right there. You can see the dresser right there on the left-hand side.
All right, and then what is this through that door that I'm,
Just a little storage cabinet.
all right, that's inside the bathroom?
Yes, sir.
46,
Pan to the left a little bit more. You can see the bed now and the dresser.
and 47.
Just a view of the bed.
All right, 48, where are we?
48, I am by the bed and the dresser looking into the bathroom.
49,
Starting to take photographs into the bathroom. This is the little storage cabinet from the previous photos.
and is that on your left as you walk in?
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for joining. I'm letting them get through these pictures and stuff like that so we can get
Starting
to
pan
the
right,
meat and the
that's
potatoes,
door
which is
leading
coming.
into the dining room, and you can start seeing the.
So I'm trying not to cut them off so much.
On your right.
We can see those dining room doors that you were talking about earlier through the door we're looking
Yes,
through.
sir.
51,
Just continue panning to the right. Now you can see the shower bath.
52,
That's the shower. I'm starting to make my way around the bathroom.
53,
Continue panning right. You got a sink and a mirror.
and 54.
54. This is above the toilet. The toilet's at the bottom. And then you got a little storage shelf.
I'd like to zoom in on this storage shelf here. See that little box?
Oh, y'all, look at this. Oh,
Blue, red, and yellow
wow.
label. What is
Wow,
that?
wow, wow.
Ambisol.
Let's pause.
Ambisol is.
It's oral pain relief.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there because this is so critical, right? Now, we saw and we heard during the open statements where they said part of her initial story. First, she said she didn't go nowhere that night, but then she changed the story kind of quickly. She said that she had left out that night. She said she left out once after they kind of pressed her a little bit, and she went to go because she had got her tooth removed. Remember, we saw her picture of her mouth at work that day, and her mouth was swollen. She had her tooth removed that day. Okay, and then she states that in the middle of the night, her mouth was still bothering her. She left the house. Everybody was asleep. The babies were asleep and everything. She left the house to go get, what was it she said? Oral gel from an ex-co-worker of hers, Missy. Remember she was calling the girl Misty? Her alibi, she was calling her Misty, and her name was actually Missy. Remember that part? So now the importance of them showing this ambisol is because her story has been she got up in the middle of the night to go get some oral gel from a lady she used to work with. Y'all remember that? And now they showing in the bathroom in plain sight she had a bottle of ambisol. Let's continue. This is my first time seeing all this, so this is my first time seeing that too. So live reaction, trial watch with Demetra. Let's continue. Let me write that in my notes.
Something like a liquid you rub on your gums or teeth to relieve dental pain?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now 55, where are we here?
55, we're at in the bathroom, looking into the dining room. The dining room door from the previous photos is on the left, and then you have a little dog cage and then dining room table on your right.
56,
Just panning through the dining room, you can start to see the kitchen entrance door or entrance on your right hand side.
57?
57, the dining room doors are right behind me, looking into the kitchen through the dining room.
Okay. 58?
Continue painting right. That's a little storage closet, and you have a deep freezer.
Still in the dining room here?
Still in the dining room.
And 59, where have we moved and what are we looking at?
So I have moved around. The kitchen entrance is to my left. I'm in that corner, and I'm looking towards the bathroom door, and you can see the dining room door on the very right of the picture.
All right, so that dark wood door in the middle that we're looking at is the door that you came through to get into the dining room?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then the white door on the right is the door to the outside that
Yes, sir.
they call the dining room door. 60?
Now I'm on the other side of the dining room or the kitchen door. The closet is going to be on my left, and then you can see the edge of the bathroom door that I came through, and now you can see the dining room door leading outside.
61, you just pan to the right a little more.
Yes, sir.
62, same.
Same.
63, same.
Same.
And 64, where are we now?
64, we are in the kind of doorway and looking into the kitchen from the dining room.
And can we see the sinks in this picture?
Yes, sir.
You mentioned there's something that you called a pass-through window over the sinks. Is that at least partially visible in this picture?
Yes, sir. If you look at the, looks like little pill bottles, right behind that is just the pass-through. There's an open window right before you get to those pill bottles.
Kind of an unusual feature of the house.
I think so.
65, where are we here?
Back, I'm still at the doorway. I just kind of pan left. You can start to see the oven and the stove.
And that stove is on sort of a peninsula that juts out into the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
66, where are we now?
So now I'm on you can see the doorway entering the kitchen from the dining room.
That's on the right there. That's the door you came through.
Yeah, and then the oven and the stove are now on my left.
Okay. So you stepped into the kitchen and turned around, basically.
Yes, sir.
67.
Continue or just panning left from the same position. You can stove and then a little storage closet.
And 68, where are we here?
68. The stove. Kind of from that picture earlier, I went around the stove, and I'm on the other side of the refrigerator, looking towards the.
This prosecutor don't leave no stone unturned. He did a 90-minute opening. Maybe more than 90 minutes.
What's that in the bottom right corner?
The defense did a 6-minute opening statement.
That's the trash can.
And was that trash can full?
Yes, sir.
69.
Just pan to the left a little bit, same spot.
70.
Continue to pan left.
And what's that on the left side that we're seeing there?
That's the pantry
And 71.
and the full pantry.
72.
Continue to pan left for the pantry.
All right, 73. What are we looking at here? Where are we going?
So I am closer to the pantry now, and this is the doorway into that little L-shaped hallway.
74.
Just looking through the little doorway into the L-shaped hallway. The white door on the right is another little storage closet pantry thing.
And that's out in the hallway.
Yes.
All right, 75. Where have we moved? What are we looking at?
I am in the hallway now. The opening to go into the kitchen will be on my right, and this is the little storage closet that I had in the previous picture with that door.
All right. Just in case anybody's dizzy or confused at this point, I'm pulling up this diagram.
He say if anybody dizzy.
Where you are at this point in time, or which direction you're looking.
Right now, I will be right here.
Okay. So the hallway in the top center of the state's exhibit
Damn, what's all that?
76.
Pretty much have done a 180, and now I'm looking
Let
down.
me see what Lady Steph say.
77.
Lady Steph, I'm thinking the same thing, but
Opening,
hold on.
look left.
I'm thinking the same thing, and the man say he took 475 pictures. I know they're not going to go through the 475, but we just saw him actually skip over that picture. You know, he just had, before this picture, when I say, dang, what's all that? It was a closet would look like electronics or something, right? All that black electronic stuff looked like on the shelf, and he kind of skipped over that one. So that leads me to believe that the pictures that he's showing, I know why he's doing this. You know why I think he's doing this? I think he's making the point that it was no way, because one of her first stories too was that the baby could have possibly walked out of there, right? And coming up missing. One of her first stories is that the door was open and like he left out of that house on his own and got lost. Or like somebody came in that house with all these different entryways, with this weird floor plan, and just knew to go. You know, I think that's why he may be doing this. You know, he seemed like he have a method to his madness, right? So let's see where he trying to go. I know one thing, showing those pictures definitely let us see that Ampersand was in that bathroom, right?
The doorway in front of you is the doorway leading into the living room. On the left-hand side is the opening to go from the kitchen, and then on the right, very right-hand side, you can start seeing the stairwell that goes upstairs.
So you're looking down the hallway that's on the other side of that pass-through window over the sink.
Yes.
78.
Move closer to the living room opening. The opening or the kitchen opening will be on my left, and that stairwell will be on my right.
79.
A little bit further, starting to get into the living room.
And can you describe that piece of furniture that we're looking at there?
It's one of those. It's a couch, like an L-shaped couch.
Okay. 80.
Into the living room, starting to pan to the right, getting the full living room. You got a big entertainment system, and the L-shaped couches on the left. So
Now 81. Where have you moved here?
I am behind the couch.
It's a lot of places for this baby that came up missing. They had a hard time searching all through all this stuff.
Front door in the laundry room area.
Okay. 82. Where are you here?
I'm on the other side of the couch, looking towards the front door. That big TV entertainment thing would be behind me.
And what is the living room door
I'm sorry,
partially visible?
living room door. Yeah, the very right, you'll see the living room door.
Okay. Is it the blue thing or is it beyond that?
Beyond that, it's the white door with the colors on it. I don't know if y'all can see that in that picture. Far right.
Is it right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 83.
83, I've pan left from the view of the front door, and now you can see the little laundry area.
84.
Continue to pan left.
Now zooming in here in the middle, is this the hallway that you came through to get in
Yes, sir.
to the room in the first place?
Yes, sir.
And what have we done here?
So I have panned left all the way, and then this is the doorway to go.
If you notice, they got baby gates everywhere, right? So the granny definitely, like we said about the play area, right? They made provisions in this house for them grandkids. You could tell that. They got baby gates everywhere. They made them a play area.
86.
This is going back into the hallway that I entered the living room from.
All right. And what are we looking at in the top middle of the frame?
Top middle is the that pass-through for the kitchen.
87. Where are we here?
I've pan left and starting to get pictures of the staircase.
88,
The staircase to go upstairs.
89. When you get to the top of the stairs here at the landing,
To your left is a bedroom. Straight ahead of you is a bathroom, and then to your right is another bedroom.
90.
This is entering the bedroom on the left-hand side.
Okay, left as you're looking up the stairs.
Yes, sir.
91.
This is the view into the bedroom from the doorway. You have a closet door on your right. The bed was kind of at an angle. Yeah.
92.
This is from a view from that closet door I mentioned previously, looking towards the other closet.
93.
Just continue to pan it left.
94.
Pan left even more. You can see a little L-shaped
Now, whose room is this?
seating area right there.
And 95.
This is from the other side of the room, and that's the door I entered to come into the room.
Wait a minute, wait. Whose room is this with these flags and stuff? Is this the side that Leilani and Danny, the boyfriend, stayed on?
This is the view from the bedroom I'm in across the hall into the next bedroom.
97.
This is from the doorway, looking right. You can see a, I can't remember what that is, kind of like a little dresser thing. There's a little closet door, and you can see a start of a children's bed.
So you stepped into the doorway from the other bedroom.
Well, who stayed in that children's bed? Because the baby boy, the 3-year-old, stayed in that race car. Quentin stayed
I panned a little bit left.
in the packing plate.
You can see another mattress on the floor.
Who slept in here?
99.
99, pan left a little bit. You can see a
Okay.
crib and a closet in this one.
What?
100.
I've stepped into the room. I'm on the
I'm
right
confused.
wall looking towards the closet, panning to the left.
What is all this stuff over here?
A bunch of clothes and toys, I believe.
Did this doesn't appear to be used, or does it appear to be something more like spare room or storage?
It didn't appear to be used at this point in time.
101 is, are we looking here at the door that you came in?
Yes, sir.
And it's on the left side.
Baby, this house got a lot going on. A lot. I ain't got confused.
Yes, sir.
And 102, where are we here?
It was more than 4 adults. It was Leilani, her boyfriend Danny,
Where are we?
her mother,
That is
her stepfather,
attached garage.
and her brother, Paul. 5 adults. And it was only the 3 kids, the 3-year-old, Quentin, the
This is
victim,
the garage.
20 months old, and a newborn daughter, Sky, who was, like 3-4 months old.
Still looking in the garage here in 108.
Yes, sir.
But sometimes some other children must have lived there, you know?
Another picture of the garage.
Yes, sir.
And what is that right there in, on the door of the garage?
That's a stuffed Mickey Mouse toy. A little racing suit.
Oh, look, this is important.
Were these the trash cans that we saw there earlier on outside of that rack?
Yes, sir.
Did you guys take them out of the rack?
Well, there was another brother, I can't remember his name. Maybe his kids came too, but Paul don't have no kids.
Just trash?
There were some other items in there. They had a pillow, a red rag, and some documentations, and a welcome home mat.
111?
111. This is the Dodge Journey that was parked outside the garage. Or
Could you just read the tag into the record?
TEN 9300.
Georgia?
Georgia Tech.
That would be such an easy license plate to remember. 10.
What are we looking at here? What is that?
These were items taken out of the trash can in the kitchen.
Okay, so y'all looked in the garbage, see what was in there?
Yes, sir.
Normal household garbage?
For the most part.
113,
These are receipts that they located in the garage or the trash can.
Cheddar's Restaurant,
Yes, sir.
and then in 114, some other trash. All right. So, after the 5th, were you involved in processing and photographing some other evidence?
Yes, sir.
Did you photograph the Dodge Journey?
Yes, sir.
And where did that take place?
FBI Savannah.
And how did the vehicle get from 535 Buckhalter to the FBI Savannah office?
It was towed.
Do they have a secure lot there that they can hold vehicles in?
Yes, sir.
And when did you search the Journey?
That would be on the 6th.
6th of October?
Yes, sir.
And you took photographs of it when you did that?
Yes, sir.
Do you see in front of you a document marked as State's Exhibit 11?
Yes, sir.
Can you look through this and tell us whether that is a selection of the photographs that you took of the Journey?
Yes, sir.
Is it that? The document thing, is that a selection of photographs?
Yes, sir.
of the Journey? Is it, did those photographs fairly and accurately depict the vehicles that appeared to you on the 6th?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I would offer this in as State's Exhibit 11.
Objection, Your Honor.
State's Exhibit 11 is submitted.
All right. First image in State's Exhibit 11 is on the screen. Can you tell us what this is?
Again, this is the photo log that we put at the beginning of all of our photos. The case number, the location where I was at, 2003 Chatham Center Drive. Signal was still missing child. I was still the investigator. The date was 10/6/22 and the time was approximately 16:14.
4:14 p.m. for
Yes, sir.
those of us on 12-hour time.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, slide 2, what are we looking at?
This is the view of the front of the Journey.
Slide 3,
The driver's side front,
4,
driver's side,
5,
the rear,
6,
passenger side rear,
7,
passenger side.
Just a quick side note, right? And I hate to get ahead of the testimony, but I have to say this. So they looking at this. I feel like I have to say this, right? So they looking at this is the Journey, right? No, I'm about to say something, and I'm finna say something totally wrong. Never mind. I'm about to say something totally wrong and unnecessary. Child, let's continue.
And just kind of pan to the right and got the rest.
Thank y'all for riding with me, because this is some tedious testimony here.
Passenger side front.
9,
This is the driver's side door open.
10.
Nope, sorry. 10. That's
Yeah,
the
go
driver's
on the
side.
screen with me if you can see it all.
That's the driver's side door.
11.
Driver's seat and the floor area. That's some trash on the floor. Yeah, two alcohol bottles and like a little wooden skewer.
What's this alcohol bottle here?
Fireball.
And then this other one here is something called
Curveball.
curveball. Do you know what that is?
Not 100% sure. I think it was whiskey, something like that.
13.
That's still the driver's side steering wheel, and you can see the gear shifter. That's the driver's side rear door.
All right, and I just gotta be clear for the record, we're on 14. That's the rear driver's side door.
Yes, sir. This
15.
is looking into the back seat from the driver's side.
16.
This is the rear of the vehicle with the hatch open.
Now, this whitish substance, is that something that you all put in there?
No, we did not put that in.
Was it already in there when you opened the car up?
Yes, sir.
And had you in fact seen it at the scene the day before on the 5th?
The trunk?
I mean, had you seen through the window that there's
Yeah.
some stuff in there?
Yes, sir.
So this was in there during the police response?
Yes, sir.
It's already there, it's not something that got in there between the 911 call and
Wait a minute. Wait.
police.
Dang, I gotta stop typing because I missed what they said too, NYW. Hey, don't, please, I gotta rewind just a little bit, y'all. Because I don't know if I missed, because I was typing in the chat, if I missed what this white stuff is.
6.
So let me rewind it.
Side rear,
Okay.
passenger side. Just kind of pan to the right, got the rest of the passenger side.
8.
Passenger side front.
9.
This is the driver's side door.
What the hell is AAPI?
10. That's the driver's
You're gonna have to elaborate on that, NYW, please. Oh no, Tiki, please.
That's the driver's side door.
11.
Driver's seat and the floor area. That's some trash on the floor.
Sorry, we wandered it too far,
2 alcohol bottles. Like
but
a little,
that's okay. Well, the white stuff is in the front too. Now that we looking at it again.
What's this alcohol bottle here?
Fireball.
And then this other one here is something called
Curveball.
Curveball. Do you know what that is?
Not 100% sure. I think it was whiskey. Something like that.
13.
That's still the driver's side. Steering wheel, and you can see the gear shifter. That's the driver's side rear door.
All right, and I just gotta be clear for the record, we're on 14. That's the rear driver's side door.
Yes, sir. This
15.
is looking into the back seat from the driver's side.
16.
This is the rear of the vehicle with the hatch open.
Now, this whitish substance, is that something that you all put in there?
No, we did not put that in.
Was it already in there when you opened the car up?
Yes, sir.
And had you in fact seen it at the scene the day before on the 5th?
The trunk?
I mean, had you seen through the window that there's
Yeah.
some stuff in there?
Yes, sir.
So this was in there during the police response?
Yes, sir.
It's already there, it's not something that got in there between the 911 call and, or at least between police arrival and your photographing the car.
Yes, they had it.
Do you know what it was?
Not 100% sure. We did do a little, we took a sample of it and we did do a little self-test there. Kind of appeared to be like kid cereal.
What
baby
did
cereal.
you said you did what
Like
test?
we took a sample of it, put it in some hot water and stirred it up. Kind of had a grainy, oaty smell.
A grainy oaty smell?
Yeah, or weedy smell.
And did it dissolve in water?
It did.
Did it appear to you to likely be some kind of children's cereal?
It did. This is the passenger side rear door.
Okay, so Tiki say she thought it was lye, right? Living say maybe she tried to cover up the smell. So we just found out it was actually that cereal. You know how we put the cereal in the baby's milk because that milk ain't gonna hold them? The little flaky cereal for babies. So why would it be so much? Like, that's not something like you just waste the cereal. It's not something like It just fell out the thing. Do y'all think it's possible? Just throwing it out there. Do y'all think it's possible that it was an attempt to cover a smell or something using the baby pop formula stuff? Because why would it be? It's no way in the world that you can waste that much baby rice cereal where it's all across the trunk like that, right? And it might can even waste in the trunk like that, right? Things happen. But why would it be so much also in the driver's floorboard? Right? Do y'all so living you say, yep, you think that might have happened? That is so weird, right? That's very strange. But let's continue. That's very strange. And then if you know those let me think about those baby rice things. Them cereal bottles. I know they be having like the little thing. I do the baby formula come? Oh, do they come in like the big round things? I ain't had a baby in a long time. Anyway, very strange. Yes, Leilani ain't the brightest bulb, and maybe she ain't have bleach. Right. And then bleach would have been obvious because it would have stained the floorboards, right? Okay, let's continue.
And looking into the vehicle from the passenger side.
What's that there in the floorboard?
That is a natural light beer can.
19.
Front passenger door.
20.
That's the front passenger floorboard and the seat.
21. That's it for Stacy's exhibit. For that.
Yes, sir.
One moment. Is it also part of the duties of the forensics unit to collect video footage?
Yes, sir.
You sometimes get them from Ring doorbells on people's houses,
Yes, sir.
for businesses.
Yes, sir.
Did you participate in an effort to obtain relevant video footage in this case?
Yes, sir.
And was that centered on the Chevron Azalea Mobile Home Park area near the intersection of Ogeechee Road and Buckhalter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you go to the Chevron that's right next to Azalea Mobile Home Plaza?
Yes, sir.
And did you obtain video footage from there?
Yes, sir.
And when was it that you did that?
On the 7th.
7th of October,
Yes, sir.
2022.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 2 days after the 911 call, you were out there at the Chevron getting video footage?
Yes, sir.
And for what time period did you obtain video footage from the Chevron?
Can I look at my report real quick? We got from,
I'm still thinking about what could that cereal possibly be trying to cover up. I'm still thinking on that
1:18 to 1:30ish.
because it shouldn't have been the smell.
When you collected this 1 minute of video footage?
Looks like it's more than 1 minute.
And it obviously wasn't blood.
Like what general time frame? I'm not asking the question Judge Moore or
I don't know.
portion was. I'm asking you what is the general time frame that you were getting video footage for?
Approximately maybe like 2 to 5 minutes.
Okay. Now, did you see during that time period, what was you said, 115 to 118 or something like that?
1:18 to like 1:30ish.
118 to 130-ish?
Yeah.
Did you see on that footage what appeared to be the Dodge Journey that you photographed?
Yes, sir.
And did you see whether that vehicle did or did not stop at the Chevron?
Yes, sir. It did not.
And did it stop at the Chevron during
No,
that
sir.
time period? Okay. Could you nevertheless see the vehicle in the Chevron footage?
Yes, sir.
And what did it do?
It traveled north on Ogeechee, it turned into the Azalea parking lot road, and drove past the Chevron into Azalea.
Okay, so you can see it in the footage, but it's not stopping at Chevron, it's driving by the Chevron and turning into Azalea Mobile Home Plaza.
Yes, sir.
Did you also collect surveillance footage, security footage from Azalea Mobile Home Plaza?
I did.
From a number of different cameras, correct?
Yes, I believe there was 3.
And did that footage appear to show the Dodge Journey that you photographed entering and driving around in Azalea Mobile Home Plaza during the period of, say, I don't know, 1:15 in the morning to 1:20 something in the morning
Yes, sir.
on October 5th, 2022?
Yes, sir.
When did you go out and get that Azalea footage?
The same day.
All right, October 7th?
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned that Sergeant Coleman is your sergeant.
Good evening, chill out. Welcome to the Leilani Jury Box. Thank you for dropping down. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you get you some good rest. You know you work hard.
Operations as the sergeant of the unit.
Yes, sir.
And did he see and participate in, did he see the footage that y'all were looking at and participate in its collection?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sometime after the 7th, when you'd gotten this footage from Azalea showing the defendant's car, did you realize that the timestamps for Azalea's cameras appear to be off?
Yes, sir.
Okay, don't forget Azalea is the name of the mobile home park. The Azalea Mobile Home Park, where she where the dumpster was.
We use our phones we put our phones up to the live view and took pictures of it so we could get a real time.
You are a sweet Bambi every time you come to the trial watch, but I didn't come on live last night. I took the night off. I had to take care of some stuff.
The time showing on your phone.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Camera and figure out how far ahead or behind it is.
Yes, sir.
And what was the time stamp discrepancy with the Azalea footage? How far ahead or behind the actual time was it?
I believe it was right around 80 minutes
Behind or ahead?
behind,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
On the 7th, when you went out to Azalea to collect the footage initially, did you take some photographs while you were out there?
Yes.
And when did you go back and do this deal with the phones to document the timestamp discrepancy?
On the
Would it refresh your memory to look at the photo card from that?
yes.
Do you see in front of you a document labeled States Exhibit 55?
Yes.
Feel free to look through that and tell me whether it refreshes your memory as to when you went out and memorialized the timestamp discrepancy.
The 9th.
9th of October 2022.
Yes.
Looking at States Exhibit 55, does it clearly, fairly and accurately depict Azalea as photographed by you on the 7th and as photographed by you on the 9th as well?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would move this in States Exhibit 55.
Objection.
And may I publish, Your Honor?
In my comment, I didn't mean not likely. I mean that we are literally in a civil war right now. Okay, you guys, I'm finna take the phone with me. I'm not gonna be at the microphone so I can walk my dog. Okay, but I'm in the chat and I'm listening with you guys.
Image in that exhibit. Is this your photo card from the 7th?
Yes, sir.
And this is the day you initially collected the footage?
Yes, sir.
Now, slide 2, what is this here? What are we looking at?
These are the community dumpsters in Azalea Mobile Home Park.
And what is that on the far right sitting right next to the standard dumpsters, right?
Yes, sir.
Moving to slide 3, where are we? First of all, where are we?
So we are, this building on my right is the Azalea main office, right as you enter the park. If you look in the distance, you can see the white Jeep from the previous photo.
I've zoomed in here. Is that the white car that we just saw in the last picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and off to the left of it, is this one of the dumpsters?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in this picture, zooming back out, did you take this picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And were you standing right underneath the camera?
Yes.
All right, and that camera, is it affixed to
Kind
the
of
side of the management?
It's yeah, I believe it's on a little patio covering.
Say again?
I believe it's on a patio covering.
Okay. And again, were you standing more or less right under it?
Yeah, my camera was right under it.
And was the goal of this photo kind of figure out what direction is this camera looking and what is the field of view going to show in terms of a car sitting at the dumpsters?
Yeah.
Okay. So we see, at least as you're standing there, you can see this car sitting at the dumpsters, but it is a ways off.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is this in the foreground here, this area that's bounded by this fence?
It's like a little maintenance area where they store, I guess, their machinery. It's in the property, the office property.
Moving on to slide 4, what are we looking at here?
This is the photo log for the 9th, when we return to get the comparison photos from the phone and the timestamp on the videos.
Now, how many cameras did you all collect footage from Azalea for, I don't know, the early morning hours of the 5th and the late night hours of the 4th? Do you remember how many cameras total?
I believe there was 3 cameras at Azalea.
Okay. And did each one of those 3 capture, at least seem to capture the Dodge Journey that you photographed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to just talk to you about these next few pictures. Slide 5. Where are you as you take this picture?
So this one I'm inside the office, holding a cell phone here, and then had another officer hold their cell phone on the camera view from outside, and then you have the timestamp right above that.
Okay. What is this monitor here that you're looking at?
That's their computer monitor for inside the office.
And is that monitor showing you the current video feed from that camera that you were just standing under in the previous picture?
Yeah, it's the live view.
Okay. What is the time showing on your phone?
12:20.
Okay. And that's 20 minutes after noon, is that right?
Yes, sir.
On the 9th.
Yes, sir.
And it's the same for the officer standing outside holding a phone up to the camera?
Yes, sir.
Was your iPhone time working that day?
Yes, sir.
Has it ever not been working? That's a no?
No, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Now, this camera is showing, when we zoom in here, it looks like it's showing 10:59.
Yes, sir.
All right. And so is that where you're getting that these cameras were about 81 minutes behind, 80 to 81 minutes behind?
Yes, sir.
And that's because the difference between 10:59 and 12:20 is about 80 to 81 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, this next image, slide 6, is this you looking at the monitor for a different camera pointing a different direction?
Yeah, same monitor, just different camera.
Oh, same monitor, different camera?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And does this camera that we're concerned with here in image 6, does this point out towards Ogeechee Road?
Yes, sir. That's Ogeechee Road, right past those U-Hauls.
Okay, and that's, you're indicating to like the top right corner of the picture?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can we see any part of the chevron in this image?
Yeah. If you look at my vehicle, the chevron's right.
Which one's your vehicle?
The police truck on the left side,
All right, and then where's the chevron in relation to that?
just past it.
Okay, are those U-Hauls in the chevron parking lot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did this camera have the exact same timestamp discrepancy
Yes, sir.
as the last one?
Yes, sir.
80 to 81 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Slide 7. Same monitor, different camera?
Yes, sir.
And does this one just point the other direction as the camera we were just talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right, and did that camera have the same timestamp discrepancy as the other two?
Yes, sir.
Whole system has the same time, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, therefore the time discrepancy is going to be the same on all three.
Yes, sir.
One moment, please, Your Honor. Let me just ask you this, did the cameras themselves appear to be working when you were out there collecting the footage?
They did.
Did you have any issue collecting the footage?
No, sir.
As we were looking at this image, image 6, we see a police truck out there and U-Hauls in the Chevron parking lot.
Yes, sir.
At that time, was there in fact a police truck out there and U-Hauls in the Chevron parking lot?
Yes, sir. That's a live view of what was going on right then.
Okay, so were these cameras accurately capturing what was actually happening in the real world?
Yes, sir.
And does the timestamp discrepancy have anything to do with the accuracy or reliability of the footage itself?
No, sir.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Hilliard?
Thank you.
Mr. Hilliard, before you start, I don't want to take a full break, but if you need to if you feel the need to stand up and just kind of stretch it out, you can feel free to do that. I know you've been sitting for a long time. Why don't you stand up and shake it out a little bit? I'll show you what I do. So I recognize you're sitting for a long time. Kind of change the channel. Get your blood flowing again. All right. All right. Okay. Mr. Hilliard.
Officer Schenker, I'm going to start where you left off because it just makes more sense to work back that way because that's where you were at. With regard to these, like State's Exhibit number 55 that we just discussed.
Okay, I'm back. Y'all gonna let Judge Stokes make it with her breaks, okay?
Did you ever do any?
Mr. Schenker's.
Give me 1 second. I think it's me.
She did good with the breaks. It's been over an hour and 30-some minutes.
Is that better?
Yeah, they always gain weight when they go to jail.
Okay, so let's just start with the Azalea.
Okay, here go the defense, y'all.
Okay, so on October 7th and October 9th, you noticed some sort of time discrepancy, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you documented it, and that's what we just dealt with, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever inquiry or find out when the discrepancy began?
No, sir.
You were just sent out there to collect the footage then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you made no further inquiry other than just to note it?
I personally did not. I don't know if my sergeant or the other officer did.
And again, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, just asking you what you did, okay? So you noted the discrepancy, but you didn't get to the bottom of it or find out when it started, correct? All right. So let's back up a little bit and go to State's Exhibit 11, which was the one you did prior to that one. So you, on October 6th, you got the Dodge Journey, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you photographed the Dodge Journey,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Did you do anything else other than that, or just take photographs?
Photographed it. We did alternate light on the vehicle to see if there was any like fabrics or anything from the scene. We did do a couple swabs of the substance in the back, and we did blue star the vehicle.
Well, and that's why I'm asking, is just based upon the testimony I heard, it seemed like it was just a bunch of pictures you were taking, but there was a lot more to it than that, wasn't there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how many people were out there that day on October 6th, I guess, examining the vehicle?
Myself and Corporal Shiro.
Okay, so 2 of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you went through the vehicle and you noted the alcohol containers, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you seize those?
Did I see those?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they were taken in evidence, correct?
No.
They weren't taken in evidence?
No.
Just photographed them?
Just photograph.
All right. Just curious, why not?
Didn't feel that they were pertinent to the case.
So you don't think it's pertinent to the case, you don't log it in the evidence?
Well, if it's not evidence,
And who determines whether or not something's evidence?
I guess that would be me.
So you determined it wasn't evidence, so you didn't log it, you didn't test it, you didn't swab it, you didn't keep it, correct? All right. Let's go on to the next picture. You had a picture of a natural light can in the back, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was back in the passenger seat.
Hey, Tweety. Hey, Sparkle. You came in when I was outside.
Seize
Hey,
that and
Sparkle.
take that in evidence.
No, sir.
Y'all joining the Lit Lane jury box.
Again, I guess for the same reason you didn't consider
State
it
of
to
Georgia
be
versus
evidence.
Leilani Salmon.
Let me ask you, whenever someone drinks from a can or touches a can or does something like that, is it possible to have some sort of DNA contact or transference between it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you think that that might be relevant to testing to see who may have been or not been in the truck at that point in time?
It could be, but if they both had, or whoever had access to that vehicle, their DNA and prints would be all over the vehicle.
Okay. All right. But again, you didn't think it was evidence, didn't seize it, didn't test it, didn't do anything further with it, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, the substance in the back of the vehicle, which was kind of weird, okay, admittedly,
It would.
you did take that, though.
I took a sample of that.
And let me ask you this. You said it was some sort of kid cereal.
I believe, I'm not 100% sure.
Well, but it wasn't any biological material.
No.
Okay, it wasn't any sort of cleaning solvent or anything like that, was
No,
it? Okay, but it was, from what you could tell, and I don't have any reason to think, you're wrong, it was some sort of kid cereal or breakfast cereal of some sort that was in the back.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you were taking pictures of the inside of the van, I'm going to assume you looked throughout the entire thing.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever find any feces or blood or anything like that in it?
We did find a spot that reacted on the driver's side seat, but that was it.
And what was that?
Appeared to be blood. We just blue starred it, and it fluoresced, and it was just a little spot on the front driver's seat.
Okay, did you seize that or send it for further testing?
No, sir.
You didn't?
No, sir.
And again, just curious, why not?
Didn't believe at the time it was pertinent.
Now, with regards to the rest of the vehicle, did you find anything else of any substance in there? Of any relevance?
There was a spot in the back that we took swabs of and logged in. And there was a couple fibers from the back seat, or the back of the vehicle that we collected and logged in.
And what did you do with them once you swabbed them and collected them and logged them in?
That was all I did with them.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, if you look at number 15 from State's Exhibit 11, what was this orange thing and this white thing in the back of the train?
Those are traffic vests, kind of like safety vests. And then the white paper was from the dentist, I believe it was. Paperwork.
And what's the little orange thing on the ground right there?
I believe that was another safety vest.
All right. And that was the extent of everything that you found or found relevant from the call, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's back up and go to State's Exhibit number 10.
Let me push pause. Let me push pause. However, Winter, you popped up. Winter, you would have been so proud of me. I'm glad you popped up with them eyeballs out of protection. Okay, but I was gonna make you so proud. So let me go ahead and say what I was gonna say. We have to keep in mind, okay, or we need to really try to keep in mind that at the time when they came out to look for the baby and do everything, the evidence collection, at this time, Quentin was a missing child report. It was no indicators of foul play as far as having hurt the baby, unalived the baby, any of that. So the way that they went in to collect the evidence and look for evidence was for a missing child. And at that point in time, some of these things would not have appeared to be pertinent, would not have appeared to be a part of the missing child search. Right, Winter? And I ain't being funny, but that is something that Winter has been assisting me in looking at. Right? Because I do be questioning a lot of the time so far in these trial watches. You know, this is the third trial watch. I don't be understanding fully how they decide what's pertinent, what's not. And so that's something that I am now trying to keep into consideration. And that's why I said, Winter, if you look up, I know you've been here, Winter. I say, Winter, come out of protection. Because I wanted to hear your opinion about this. And especially since the defense, the defense right now, he asking these questions because he trying to make it, I think from last night too, the defense is trying to lean towards reasonable doubt maybe, or like shoddy police work or investigation it looked like. I don't know. So Winter says, but this is reasonable doubt, though. I just said that, right? And then we say blood, though, right? Especially when they say they didn't test that baby blanket with that blood, and they say they just assumed, they thought it was vomit. That was weird. And then vomit can have blood in it, so that was weird. Winter says would have been pertinent at the time that there was a missing child, not a deceased child. Right. Exactly. So at least now I am looking at like that full picture of how the crime scene or the crime investigation can change when the circumstances change, or as the circumstances or investigation unfolds. Maybe it's the better way to put it, right? So let's continue. But now we getting into some meat and potatoes here. Let's see. The defense is he takes no prisoners. And today, this is the second day of the trial that we're watching. He's actually being a little bit more laid back today than yesterday. Yesterday he was off the chain. Okay, so let's go. But he's just getting started. Let's see.
Actually, it might be easier to look at State's Exhibit number 9. Do you have that in front of you?
Yes.
Let's do that, because it's a better overview, and the other ones are just a lot of pictures to thumb through. So you took a bunch of pictures of the house and the surrounding area, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So looking at State's Exhibit 9, and again, don't want to put words in your mouth, but from what my recollection was, there was a pool in the back, and there was a set of dining room doors and a set of living room doors that led out to the pool area, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it looked like, and again, not trying to put words in your mouth, just going from my recollection, that the living room doors opened into a play area.
Yes, sir.
And the dining room doors opened directly onto the patio area. Is that a fair and accurate assessment of what the pictures you took?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you got there, I guess it was on October 5th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When you got there on October 5th, you were sent around to take all the pictures that you took in State's Exhibit 10, correct?
Yes.
All right. And Mr. Dean asked you to...
Sorry
to
they look out of
discuss and go
sync. I don't know
through
why
what
the
it
recording
took
does that, but
to go
let's
from
continue.
the front door to, I guess, the living room door, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But based upon that, it's a much shorter trip to go from the front door to the dining room door, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's not nearly as circuitous, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I can't tell from the picture, so I'm going to have to ask you. The dining room door opens right out onto the patio, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The living room door opens into a play area, correct?
It's the same patio. It's just got a little gate. in
Right.
front of
And it
But
seems to me, again, not putting words in your mouth, but the play area seemed kind of cordoned off, and the dining room doors didn't. It kind of opened straight into the pool area.
Yes, sir.
Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's much easier to get out through the dining room door onto the patio than the living room door, correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you were there that day, were those doors open, closed? What were they?
All the doors were closed when I got there.
Okay. Were they unlocked?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So you didn't have any problem opening and closing, or the dining room doors, were they relatively easy to open and get through?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The living room doors, same thing. Were they relatively easy to open and get through?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you have any difficulty getting through them?
No, sir.
Okay. And again, was there anything that indicated that the doors may have been kicked, smashed, broken in any way, shape, or form?
No, sir.
Okay. So they were operable.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Dean asked about the route, I guess, through the downstairs. It's kind of a fairly odd layout in the downstairs area. I think that's safe to say, correct?
Yes, sir.
But was the kitchen in use?
Yes, sir.
And it was usable, correct? Was the living room in use and usable?
Yes, sir.
The dining room in use and usable?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the front area that we're talking about, where you first enter into the front door area, that front door area enters, what's the street that is directly in front of the front door?
Buckhalter.
Lady Steph put the definition of a new word, circuitous,
And the dining room and
in
the
the
living
chat.
room, they
I'm gonna
open
add
towards
that to the
pool, but I
lady
assume
spelling
that's more around
word
back
list.
to where the driveway and the garage
Okay.
and all of that was.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
continue.
Again, if I'm misstating it, or I'm just trying to understand it, but that seems to me that, and the area had a gate on it, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you taking a picture of a truck,
Yep.
so there's a gate, and the gate goes around to the back, correct?
Yep.
So wouldn't that indicate that the main entrance and egress to the house is through the back, not the front?
Sure.
Well, I mean, you know the layout better than I do, so,
I don't know what entrance they used, but yes.
okay. So, now, when you were taking all of these pictures, and you took a number of them, you took 475, right?
Something like that.
Somewhere there about, a lot.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not saying these are all them, but you took a lot. When you came across the pictures, you said it was vomit that was in the pack and play, correct?
I believed it was.
You believe it was. Did you seize it?
Yes.
Okay. Did you send it off for testing?
I did not detect it.
So you basically did your job, seized it, handed it off to the detectives, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But the one thing is you're sure it wasn't blood, correct?
I'm not sure.
Didn't look like it, did it?
It did not look like blood.
And not a trick question. You answered this question for Mr. Dean quite readily, so I'm not trying to trip you up, okay? So it was, but you believed it to be vomit, correct?
I did.
Okay. And you don't know how old it was or how long it had been there.
I don't.
Now, did you notice anything else of any significance in that front room? I noticed, at least, there was at least 2 other cribs, or I guess beds in there. Did you notice any urine, feces, vomit, diapers, things like that in the area as well?
I noticed that too. We noticed that.
If you had noticed
Them
anything
white
like
twin
that,
beds.
would you have taken pictures of it and recorded it?
Yes.
Did you take any pictures of it and record it?
I don't think so.
All right. So
I thought it was the white twin beds.
So this was
And
pretty
grill.
much the extent of what you did in the case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you review you said you went and seized the camera footage from Azalea, if I'm not mistaken. So that was you that went out and picked it up, seized it, and then I guess you forwarded it to the detectives, correct?
Yes, well, we put it on a computer at work.
All right. So, and does that conclude your involvement in the case?
Pretty much, yes.
So there's nothing else you did of any evidentiary or investigatory importance at this point. It's pretty much everything that we've discussed and talked about here today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Officer Fink. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay, so the white bunk beds Winter was upstairs
Turn to the
in that
stage.
baby
Is there
bed with that
any
closet full of
redirect?
stuff. That's what you're saying was upstairs, Winter?
You were asked about blood in the car, and you mentioned something about his spot on the driver's seat fluorescing.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us what you mean? Or blue star or something like that?
The blue star is a chemical we use to look for, it reacts to the hemoglobin in blood, and it will fluoresce blue. So we sprayed the whole vehicle with it. It's a liquid, and the only part that fluoresced was on the front driver's side seat.
Well, let's take it step by step. You spray the whole vehicle with this chemical, right?
Yes, sir.
Why they didn't say that the
You
first
actually
time?
have to turn off the lights.
Yeah, it's got to be completely dark,
Okay,
or
then,
as dark as you can get it.
again, step by step. Once you've turned off the lights, what do you do?
Then we spray the vehicle. We would spray each seat, the floorboard, and then see if there's a reaction. If there's no reaction, then we'll move on to another area, and then another area. And if we get a reaction, then we'll photograph it.
Okay. And then what does it mean for something to fluoresce or react on when you spray it with the blue star chemical?
It lights up blue.
Okay. Lights up blue?
Yeah.
Okay. In the dark?
Yes, sir.
It kind of glows a little bit?
Yes, sir.
First of all, the spot on the driver's seat that had this reaction, was it, before you turned the lights off and sprayed that chemical on it, did it appear to the naked eye to look like blood or not?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Just like a little spot?
Yeah.
And where in the driver's seat?
I saw that spot on the driver's seat.
It would be pretty much right where you would sit.
Right where you would sit?
I saw that when they first showed the picture of the driver's seat,
And
but
how-
they didn't mention it.
It was just a small, line.
Very small, right?
Yes, sir.
Like almost like a pinpoint or something?
It was not that small.
A little bigger than a pinpoint, but
It was not that small.
not a lot.
Okay. And does the blue star reaction necessarily mean it's blood?
No, it's just a presumptive test.
Now, did you take pictures of that spot before you had turned the lights off and sprayed it with the blue star?
Yeah.
And did you take pictures of that spot with the lights off, glowing blue with the blue star chemical on
I
it?
did.
And did you make those images available to detectives?
I did.
And is it detectives who ultimately make the decision about what particular things in the case need follow-up?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Just one more. And just not to belabor the point, but that was one of those things that didn't need follow-up, correct?
I didn't believe it did.
Follow question on that. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Is there any reason not to?
Did y'all see that face that attorney was making?
You are excused, sir.
All right, so
Thank you.
he gets down. Let me see.
Thank you.
Let me see what come up next. Okay, so it's on a break. Okay. So let's talk about his testimony real quick, right? So, with Officer Schnecker, okay, what have you. First of all, let's say this. So we got a new lit lane word, right? Vocabulary, spelling word. Circuitous, right? It's an adjective, and that's the way the lawyer used it. Having a circular or winding course. Or the second definition, not being forthright or direct in language or action. Oh, that's cool. You can use that like when people go on beating around the bush. You could be like, don't be being circuitous with me. Get to the point. See what I'm saying? So that's really a good word, right? So that word has been added to the Lit Lane list, and trust and believe me, I am keeping these words, and I need to put this word, and I need to post them on the members wall every once in a while, because we will be having a big spelling bee, but we're not even up to 10 words yet. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. So we might end up having an end of the year spelling bee where I got some money for some good prizes and stuff. Y'all just don't ever think because I ain't done something, it's not going to get done. It is. That was a sidebar. I definitely noticed that spot. And I'm going to actually go to that spot. That spot was big to me. And I think that the prosecution really tried it when he just tried to say that it was a pinpoint. It wasn't no pinpoint. Okay, look at this spot. When they first go in the car and they open the door. Hold on. I saw it as soon. I was like, dang, what's that spot on the seat? But they didn't talk about it.
Passenger side rear.
It's kind of hard on this media player to. It's not like YouTube where you can move a little bit. So let me just go right there. Hold on.
Whiskey. Something like that.
And I'm also saying right here, this is the one spot that actually glowed in the light. But they said it wasn't blood.
You can see the gear shifter.
Let me see if they're going to show it
The
again.
driver's side rear door.
I just got to declare the record 114. That's the rear driver's side.
I might have rewinded it too far.
This is looking into the.
Why they don't have no car seats in that car?
16.
Do y'all find it strange that they got all them babies and not one car seat in that car? Yeah, that's the spot he didn't test. The one on the front seat. No, they didn't test the baby. That wet spot in that baby crib that we saw. That we said it, a few of us said it definitely looked like blood. They didn't test that at all. At all. They said they didn't test. Look, they didn't test this at all. But they say this officer said it looked redder than on the pictures than it actually look in real life. I mean, in reality to them. And they said that it came across to them as vomit, but they did not test it at all to see if it was blood. Now that much we talked about when they was talking about that, right? Another thing was this ambassador. To me, when I'm taking my notes and everything, like what did I get from, like to me, key points to me that I got from the testimony, I definitely put, that was the first note that I actually took that I thought was real relevant, right? That they showed that there was ambassador in the bathroom, plain sight. We talked about it. Ambassador is absolutely like a tooth thing, pain reliever. And she said that she left in the middle of the night after she got caught in the lie saying she never left, okay? But she said she went to go get oral gel. And they literally had it ambassador, right? Also from his testimony, they didn't really get into it, but I took notes and I say the pictures also show where it was 3 tall trash cans, like the regular outside big trash cans, the city trash cans, outside at the house. You know, so to me, I wrote that down and I was like, if they have 3 big old tall trash cans and none of them look like they was overflowing with the lid standing up, why would she have to drive in the car and take trash anywhere, right? So I wrote that down. I found that interesting. And then I also found it interesting about why they had baby cereal all over that floor. Now that's 3 things that I wrote down as what I found interesting, points of interest to me from this particular witness. Did anybody else find something interesting from his testimony? Winter says they did take a sample and handed it in. Wait a minute. They did take a sample and handed it in of the red substance on the blanket. That was just states in cross. That was just stated in cross. Oh, that was just stated in the cross. But I thought I might might have missed that part in the cross because I was busy looking at something else, because I do that sometimes. But I thought I heard, and that you right, but I thought I heard the prosecutor directly asked them, did they test that red substance in the bed? And he said no. But maybe they took, are you saying they may have taken a sample of the red substance, but they didn't test it? And blood do dry darker. Lady Steph say, yeah, but Tiki, that would really be a transition to dark. He was saying he thought it was vomit. Exactly. So it's real weird. It's very weird. Went to say yes. Yes, he turned it in, but did not know what the result was. Okay. So it's a little bit of both. Because when he first answered that question from the prosecutor, I don't think he said nothing about, well, we took a sample and turned it in. And then when the defense went in to cross-examine him further about it, that's when we got that part, that he turned it in, but he didn't know the result. Got it. Went to say taking a sample and testing it are two different things. Right. Absolutely, it's two different things. But why wouldn't they test something that looked like blood in the baby that's missing bed? Even if they thought it was vomit, right? Even if they thought it was vomit and the baby missing, wouldn't you want to know what made the baby sick? Especially if it looked red or pinkish. To me, as a layman, it's just weird. I wish I could find a picture of this goddamn spot on this seat. Because when the defense attorney started asking about this spot, I was like, yeah, because I saw that spot and I actually said, they ain't going to say nothing about that spot on the seat. And now I can't find the spot. Oh, well. Now, we right at the 2-hour mark. Do y'all want to end it here and come back tomorrow? I think this might be a good place to end it, because tomorrow, let's come back. Let's come back, because the next witness is the lead investigator, right? And this lead investigator is her name is Marianne Lemons, and we're gonna hear a lot of testimony from her. And quite honestly, hey Jason, quite honestly, she has gotten a lot of accolades and recognition for her work and her investigation in this case. I've heard it when I was doing my research and looking at old footage, news reports and stuff like that. In the press, she was getting a lot of accolades and stuff and recognized for her work on this case. And we're going to hear a lot of testimony from her. Her name is Marianne Lemons. So we'll come back tomorrow evening and we're going to start her testimony, because I think I have a part 1, part 2, part 3, because it gets really, really, really extensive. And it don't make sense to start it tonight and cut it off. We might as well just make the whole show tomorrow with that, right? So this is going to conclude tonight, part 3 of the state of Georgia versus Leilani Simon. Tonight we heard extensively about the crime scene, the house. We heard about the dumpster and the fact that how they got the footage in front of that mobile home. And what's up, Jason? And the fact that they had the footage from the Chevron station. And I was walking the dog, and I didn't say this because I wasn't at the microphone. But had I been at the microphone, I would have pointed out that they was really being specific about the Chevron station in proximity to, wait. Yep, about where that Chevron station was, and the proximity to the Azalea mobile house, because they gonna actually use some footage from over there. And at the very beginning, doing opening statements, if y'all remember, Leilani had the audacity when they first was getting her story, when they very first came to the house. The opening statement where she was like, I didn't leave, I just went to the Chevron. You can look at my phone. You can check my phone. And she was trying to use, what was that phone thing? What's that thing? That app. I can't think of the name of that app. That like GPS app or something like that. whatever that be, what people have on their phones. And even though she was lying, she was like telling them to look at her app because she was trying to say that she went to the Chevron when in fact the Chevron was just right there by the mobile house. So that's why that's going to be pertinent later, right? So we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I want to say thank you to the Lit Lane Jury Box for coming through and watching this with me. Try watch with Demetra. Y'all, please stay tuned for this upload I'm going to put up. I'm going to put an upload up to, it'll be up by tomorrow. And it's going to be 3 police officers. They only testified for like maybe 10, at the most 15 minutes each. And I'm going to go ahead and put that up so you guys won't miss anything in the trial. I just didn't do that on the live because we so far behind. Okay? Demetra was being circuitous when she was walking the dog. And just now I was being very circuitous in trying to explain about the Chevron content. Yes, I did see that, Jason. Jason Finch, I'm glad you said that about the R. Kelly daughter speaking out. That's actually going to be some true crime content that I cover here. And I also want to, good night, Jill. I also want to come on here and cover the leaked, the leaked phone call between P. Diddy and I think it was his son. Right, so I'm going to try to come on during the day tomorrow afternoon, during the day, early afternoon, and cover those 2 things. Thank you, Jason, for reminding me of that. So, anywho, y'all have a great, great, great night, and I shall see y'all tomorrow. First for the affirmations, and then throughout the day. Y'all be blessed. Don't be stressed. You can have all the rest. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like. Good night. Okay, I don't want to hang up on y'all, so let me be quiet. Lady T say, don't bother with that AI phone call. Really? Okay, Lady T. Good looking out.